Today, we're going to talk about a programming language that has completely changed the way Android apps are developed, Kotlin. Kotlin has quickly become one of the most popular languages for Android development. But how did it rise to such prominence? Let's explore the story of Kotlin and its impact on the Android world. Chapter 1: The Early Days of Android Development. Back in the early days of Android, Java was the go-to language for building Android apps. Java had been around for a long time and was known for its reliability and performance. However, over time, developers started facing challenges with Java, such as its complex syntax and lack of modern features. Many developers wished for a simpler, more powerful language that could make Android app development faster and more enjoyable. That's where Kotlin comes in. Chapter 2: What is Kotlin? Kotlin was created by JetBrains, a software development company based in Prague. The idea behind Kotlin was to design a modern programming language that could work seamlessly with Java, but also offer advanced features to make coding easier. Kotlin was first released in 2011, but it wasn't immediately embraced by the Android community. After all, Java had been the standard for years, and switching to a new language was a big leap for many developers. However, Kotlin had something special. It was designed to be simple, expressive, and most importantly, fully compatible with Java. Chapter 3: Kotlin's Appeal to Developers. Kotlin solved many of the issues that developers faced with Java. For example, Kotlin introduced features like null safety, which helps prevent common errors that cause apps to crash. This was a game changer for developers who wanted to write more stable, reliable apps. Another reason developers loved Kotlin was its concise syntax. With fewer lines of code, developers could achieve the same results as Java, making coding faster and reducing the chances of bugs. This meant developers could focus more on building exciting features rather than dealing with repetitive code. Chapter 4: Google's Support for Kotlin. In 2017, Kotlin had its big breakthrough. At Google I/O, Google's annual developer conference, it was announced that Kotlin was now officially supported for Android app development. This was huge news for developers around the world. Google's endorsement gave Kotlin instant credibility, and developers quickly began to adopt it. By making Kotlin an official language for Android, Google signaled that they saw it as the future of Android development. Chapter 5: The Shift to Kotlin. After Google's announcement, more and more Android developers began to switch from Java to Kotlin. The transition was smooth because Kotlin was designed to work perfectly with Java. This meant developers could write parts of their app in Kotlin while keeping other parts in Java. It wasn't an all-or-nothing decision. Kotlin's flexibility made it an attractive option for both new projects and existing ones. Developers didn't have to rewrite their entire codebase. They could simply add Kotlin gradually and enjoy its benefits. Chapter 6: Kotlin's Advantages. There are many reasons why Kotlin has become so popular in the Android development world. Some of its key advantages include interoperability with Java. Kotlin works side by side with Java, allowing developers to use both languages in the same project. This made it easier for teams to adopt Kotlin without starting from scratch. Null safety. One of Kotlin's most important features is its ability to handle null references safely. In Java, null references can cause app crashes, but Kotlin's null safety feature helps avoid these issues. Less code. Kotlin's syntax is much more concise than Java's. Developers can write fewer lines of code while achieving the same functionality, which speeds up development and reduces the likelihood of bugs. Coroutines. Kotlin introduced coroutines, a feature that makes writing asynchronous code much easier and cleaner. This is especially important for Android developers, as apps often need to handle multiple tasks at once, like loading data from the internet while keeping the app responsive. Chapter 7: As more developers adopted Kotlin, the community around the language began to grow. Developers shared libraries, tutorials, and tools to make working with Kotlin even better. JetBrains continued to actively support and improve the language, responding to feedback from the community. The rise of Kotlin also led to the creation of many online resources, courses, and conferences dedicated to teaching and discussing Kotlin. This helped more developers learn the language and apply it in their projects. Chapter 8: Kotlin as the preferred language for Android. In 2019, Google made another major announcement. Kotlin became the preferred language for Android development. While Java was still supported, Google made it clear that Kotlin was the future of Android. Since then, nearly all new Android apps have been built using Kotlin. Developers love its modern features, ease of use, and the fact that it makes coding fun again. With Google's continued support, Kotlin has solidified its place as the top choice for Android developers. Chapter 9: Beyond Android. Interestingly, Kotlin's rise didn't stop at Android development. The language has also expanded into other areas of software development. Kotlin can now be used for server-side development, web development, and even multi-platform projects. Kotlin's flexibility has made it a popular choice for many developers looking to build applications beyond mobile. Tools like Kotlin Multi-Platform allow developers to write code that works on Android, iOS, and even desktop platforms, all from a single code base. Chapter 10: The Future of Kotlin. The future of Kotlin looks bright. With its strong support from Google and a rapidly growing community, Kotlin will continue to shape the future of Android development. Its simplicity, modern features, and ability to work across different platforms make it a powerful tool for developers around the world. Whether you're building your first Android app or working on a complex multi-platform project, Kotlin is a language that empowers developers to create amazing software.